Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing some 5x5 walkthrough solves with the YAU method. So let's get right into this. So the YAU method has recently been way more popular amongst big cubes as compared to before. And I have also switched to the YAU method as of I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So yeah, today I'm just going to be doing 3 scrambles and I'm going to be walking you through how I would solve these scrambles. So I classify myself as maybe an intermediate solver. I average about 59 seconds. Let's get right into the first one. So I'm going to leave the scrambles in the description in case you want to follow along with your own cube, but you mostly won't have to because yeah, the scramble's pretty long, so yeah, you shouldn't even bother. So the first thing I see here is, so I do white or yellow, so I'm going to look for those colors, and the first thing I probably see here is for yellow, like I see all the pieces of yellow are in these faces, so that's a good thing. And I think what I'm going to do is solve the middle yellow bar with these two, and then I'll solve these two pieces with this corner. And then I'll solve these two corners with this edge. So that's what I see in inspection. So I think I'm going to do these two corners with this edge first. So as in after the middle bar. So I'm going to do this and that to make the middle bar. And then something like that to solve that. And then probably just do the last bar, something like that, solve that. And then I see this 2x1. I'm just going to insert this 2x1. I see this 2x1, insert that. I've got a 2x3. And then just make the last bar, insert that. Now while I was doing that, I noticed this blue pattern, so I'm going to look for the blue edge, but I'm not going to force myself to do it. For example, I'll see this red, so if I cast a red first, I'm going to do red first. I caught the blue, so I'm just going to solve the blue here. That's the first cross edge done, and then the second cross edge, I see the two greens right here, and I see that the third green got pushed to the back, so that's the second one. And the third cross edge is very simple, this red right here, solve it there. So that's the 3 cross edges done. And now for the centers, so I see that red is pretty good here, so I'll probably just go with red, do something like that. And then, and then something like that to make the 2x3. And then I see these two, I'm going to look for the third piece, it's there. Pair it with that, do that, make the 1x3, insert it. And I got lucky with the blue middle here, so I'm just going to keep that on the right. Then I'm going to solve this case directly into this, like that. That solves that. And then just last outer blue bar. And then I'm going to insert this midge right here and then solve the 1x3 and then solve this corner with these two. So something like that. And then, yeah, in this case, I'm just going to have to insert it and push the last cross edge out. And I see the last one is right here. So I pair them up, move it over here. So this is a wide U4 prime. I don't know why I did that. I guess it makes sense though. So I can insert this easily here like that. Then I'm just going to align the cross and also see the yellow green right here. So I can go right into it, and I'm going to do a wide U prime since I don't see anything on the top, and sure as rain, the yellow green's right there. I'll pair it up. Then I see the orange blue here with this, so it's a very simple pair right here. And I also see I kicked out yellow red, and the third yellow red's up here, so I can just pair that and get the yellow red back. And while I do that, I can insert the blue red right here, and then the last blue red should be back there. Yep, and then that's the blue red. So that's the first 4 edges. Now for the last 4 edges, I do this little trick, which is obviously not my trick, but I think Jaden McNeil is the one who I learned it from. I do R prime, U prime, R2, U prime, R prime. What that does is it puts all 4 of the last 4 edges in the top layer, and then you can very easily cycle through to pair edges. And yeah, it's just beneficial overall. So that's the first edge, and then the second edge is right here. And then for the last 2 edges, I just use last 2 edge algorithms. If you don't know any of the last 2 edge algorithms, you should check out this video where I go in depth for all of them. So yeah, for this case, I know the alg is U2, R2, F2, U2, U2, F2, R2, U2. And that solves that. And then I just have a free pair here. This is 3x3 stage. I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about 3x3 stage, but yeah, that's just 3x3 guys. Check out my 3x3 walkthrough solves video if you want a 3x3 walkthrough. Anyway, that was the first scramble, so let's go on to the next one. Okay, here's the second scramble. Again, I'm just looking at white and yellow right off the bat, and I see white has some good prospects. So I see this 2x1, this 2x1, and this 2x1 that can all make a really nice 2x3 right here. And I see that these 3 pieces are the last 3 pieces of the white center, so I'll probably see that much in inspection and do something like this and this to align all these just like that. And the last corner is here with this edge, so just gonna do something like that. basically that's just this and then U2 to get this corner to go up there. Make that 1 by 3, insert it, and then I see this on top, so I'm just going to simplify that into a 1 by 3. And then I see this 1 by 2 with this corner, solve that, see the edge here and the corner there, the other corner there, I'm going to solve that. Now, while doing this, I noticed that I don't have anything right off the bat, so I'm going to have to look for pieces. And here, right away, I see red and white, so I'm going to pair those two and I see the last one here. And then while putting that in, I see this white and blue case, and the third white and blue is right there, so I'm going to solve that right there. And then the green and white very simply goes in like that, right there. So that's the 3 cross edges done. And then in this case, I would go with red again because I see this 2 by 1 and this 2 by 1, and I see the last 2 by 1 up here. Put that on the left, and then probably do something like this to pair the last 1 by 3. Put that in, and then I think I might do green here instead of blue, simply because blue in this case is just so horrible. There is a 1 by 3 up here, but it's too far off. So I'm just gonna do green next. Solve that 2 by 2, and then solve the last 2 by 2, and then solve the last 1 by 3 and insert it in the back. So that's green done. And then I would just do blue, so I would just do this to make that shape. And then this case is very simple. You just go there, replace this corner, bring it out back, and insert it. So that's it. That's the last cross edge. And then I see that I have this here, and this here. So this is a pretty bad case, but I'd probably do, I was here, so I'd probably do something like this to insert that and remove that. Rotate, do that, and then just have to rotate back, insert this here. D2 to align the cross, and I right off the bat see yellow, orange, all 3 of the pieces right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pair them. And I see yellow, blue next with this. And then I see this yellow, blue, which I'm gonna put in the back. And what that does is it brings out the yellow, green pair that will go with this edge. That's pretty cool. And then the green, orange is right here. So that's pretty easy, the last green, orange being right there. Insert that, that's the first 4 edges, do the same trick again. Now I see the red blue pair here, and I'm just going to pair it up with its edge. It's pretty straightforward. Then I see the yellow red and the yellow red, so I'm probably just going to insert it like that. Go there, and then I see the last case is this red green blue with blue orange with this red green blue orange. Very simply inserted there, and then it's just slice flip slice. So yeah, it was a pretty good edge. I would say like edges, like last 8 edges was pretty good. So yeah, that's the solution for that. That's what I would do. And now on to the last one. Okay, so here's the last scramble, and this one seems really nice because I just have directly just a white 1 by 3. So I'm obviously going to preserve that. And so when I solve this 1 by 2 with this 1 by 2, it'll bring this corner here, and then this edge will have moved here, but I can just move it back and solve that because the 1 by 3 will be on the right, it won't get affected. So my solution for the white center is going to be this, and then move this in there, pair that, and then this is in the same layer as this, so I'm going to use that to my advantage and do that. So that just solves the white in the back. And then I see this case. Now here is a couple of things I could do, but I'm probably, since I did not see this right off the bat, I won't use it. I'm just going to use these two, this corner and this edge, to do that. And then I'm going to do something like that to make the last 1 by 2, and then the last 1 by 3 is over here. And then I would rotate and see the white green instantly. So that's pretty easy. And then the white blue is going to get kicked out. So I'm going to look for the white blue. I don't see it right away. And that's the problem because the white blue is back here. So I was holding it like this. It's very hard to see that piece. But that's something you get with practice. And I did not get it. So I need to practice more. That's white blue. And then I see white red with the second white red right here. And the third one should be coming in here. Yep. So that's the 3 cross edges done. And now I'll probably go with green just because I see these two 1 by 2s and that's already made. So green is like that, and then I'll just take a peek at the bottom to see the last edge and solve it there. And then I would probably go upward to solve the red because I see this kind of pattern, and that's always good because you can do something like that to make a T. And then solve that like that. And then I would just solve this case, very simple, like that, into the bottom. And then this 2 by 1 very simply goes in with that, and then I can just solve this like that. Now the good thing here is I see this and this right off the bat. So when I do this, and I also see that. So when I do that, this is all done. I can just solve it down there, align the cross, and I right away see red and blue. Can pair them up, and I see yellow, orange here, I believe. Yep, one's right here. So I can insert this yellow, orange. I saw the yellow, orange get kicked out. Then I see the yellow, blue going away because I see the last yellow, blue here. But actually I can do this yellow, blue, this yellow, blue, and this yellow, blue after I do this yellow, red. Because that also helps me pair this. And so now when I slice the yellow blue, I can insert that. That's the first 4 edges done. I'll take them out. Oh, luckily I did 5 edges, so that's pretty nice. Here I would just get green orange down. It's a cycle. Solve it, push it back. And then this is the same case that we got on the first solve. It's just YDU2, R2, F2, U2, YDU2, F2, R2, YDU2. That's it. And then a 3x3 stage. So, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope that was useful. You might have learned some tricks. You might not have learned some tricks, but either way, I know the pace was a bit fast, but a lot of that was pretty intuitive. So if you do want to know exactly how I do those things, please comment down below if you want a tutorial for any one of those steps, and I'll be glad to make one. But yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know if you want more of these walkthrough solves, and if you find them cool, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.